Now, it's a sad day for me and the Golf. It's been a long time coming now, but the Golf is finally going. I found a buyer for it, finally. This has probably been the hardest car for me to sell, and I've taken a big L on it. But you win some, you lose some. Am I sort of debating selling it? I am. But at the same time, this car, now the GTIs as a whole, don't get me wrong, the GTIs as a whole, I believe are a good car. This is definitely a good car. And if I was going to go on a long journey, and you're just going to drive just, you know, on the motorway, you know, normal driving, I'm probably going to take the GTI over the M2. It's more comfortable, I like sitting in it and everything like that. This car, as you see, it'll be on the stock wheels, has been nothing but stress. So the plan, which didn't go so much to plan with the Golf, was to basically do exactly what I want to do with the M2. Build content on it, modify it, do everything with it, go on trips, everything like that. With this year, 2023 going past, it's now the 23rd, I believe, of December. I've just been far too busy to do content on this and everything with the freelance life and just getting booked and going everywhere. Work has taken priority over the car. Now, that isn't to say that was everything and that was the reason why I'm selling it. I bought a dodgy one. Now, when I mean that, I mean, any time I've touched this car, something has gone wrong with it. So I went to Auto Talk, I said, look, I need alignment doing. And I believe I was away at the time. I don't know where I was, but I was away. I was out of the country at the time. And they obviously called me and they said, look, wheel alignment's the least of your worries. And I thought, great. You know how you go to a garage and they say you've got 17 other problems you don't really want to fix. But anyway, this was kind of the things I wanted to fix. Now, I did have a slight knock when I was driving the car. Now, I thought it would be a drop link or something to do with the suspension. But it was on lowering springs, what I thought at the time. And yeah, they got it in, they basically said, look, it's the least of your worries. The rear brakes are binding, which I didn't think, because it wasn't rolling as freely. They said the rear brakes are binding, they got it off, and both calipers were seized. So I thought, that's fine, I'll go get, you know, refurb calipers off eBay. That was, you know, £200. And then I got the rear brakes sorted as well, which again was another £200. So it's £400 there. And then they said, yeah, the knock-in is, your top mounts are completely finished anyway. So I said, okay, I've got to get new top mounts or new suspension at that, I probably would do. Just with the plans of going on track and, you know, modifying this car, I thought I'd get something substantial. So anyway, they said they're knocking your hearing. I'll try and find a picture, but where your lower arms of the suspension go into the subframe, the bushes were so worn out, they said that there's nothing left. They said the knocking your hearing is the lower arms banging on your subframe. So that being said, I obviously wanted to do a bit extra, so all the bushes underneath were poly bushed. I replaced all of them just to sort of eradicate any further issues. Now, I know the car was previously repaired as a Cat N, but the paint job looked good. Now, when I got the car wrapped, it was absolutely fine. Taking the wrap off was not fine. Again, I had to touch this car, didn't I? Taking all the rust off, taking all the surface paint off of the seals, and revealed all the rust. Again, another issue I've got to sort out. Luckily, the new owners will sort it out themselves. I've taken a massive L on the selling, and I'll go into that later on in the video. So yeah, I don't want this to be a massive complaining video about the car, but it has been nothing but a massive complaint. Tyres are pretty done as well, so I've got to get that sorted. But yes, so I ended up servicing the car somewhat after the wrap, which took all the paint off, which was great. And yeah, all I wanted to do was a simple service on the car, have it up to date, and I've done a service on the car. Now, I know how to do a service. I am a qualified mechanic, believe it or not. Didn't have much experience, didn't do it very long. I need to get out of that game ASAP. But that being said, I know how to do an oil and filter change, I know how to do spark plugs, I know how to do all of that. Coming to the spark plugs, I couldn't get the coil packs out. That again was another issue. Pulling them, a whole nother story there. I'm gonna jump in the car now, we're gonna go for a final drive and yeah, speak to you a bit more about the car. Yeah, I do enjoy driving this and I've enjoyed having the car. Now, I have the M2. Now, although it doesn't put me out as much, I don't have to sell the GTI. Jeez. No roundabout here. That's completely knocked me out of focus then. But yeah, although it doesn't put me out that much, I've paid the insurance off on this, like I paid the road tax off, like everything's paid off on the car, so it effectively doesn't really cost me that much other than just fixing it every day. So to go through a bit of backstory on the car, like I said, I bought it for £9,000. It's a Cat N. Not a load of paperwork with it, but there's enough there. I thought I bought a good car, but you know, you can't see everything underneath when you do go view a car. But that being said, I spent, to tally it up, what have I spent? About £500 on like things like the all ID bits, like the spoiler, the side skirts, the front splitter I've bought twice now. Yeah, that was about £500 there. Then it was £1,000 for the wheels. Then it was another £1,000 to have the coilovers put on and set up. So that was about another £700–800 for the brakes, the calipers, the distance pads, the bushes underneath, the lower arms. And I've completely forgot how much I've tallied up now. Again, the servicing cost maybe £100–200 because I do it all myself, so I saved myself quite a bit there. Oh, and also I lost second gear. So I was driving around from first to third. Then I lost first gear because I couldn't get it booked in soon enough. So I was driving around just emptying out third gear to try and launch off. We got that sorted. That was another £700 again, because a couple of contacts, you know, can get it cheaper than what you could most likely could get it done at. Yeah, if you've got a £10,000 to £15,000 budget, I would probably look at getting one of these. It's been a really good car apart from the issues. And yeah, if you're going to get one, don't get a categorized one at all, regardless of what it is. Don't get a categorized one. Spend good money on it and you'll get it in return. But that's it for the GTI. I hope you've enjoyed it, and yeah, we look forward to more content in the M2. We'll see you on the next one.